your forecast first. Sponsored by Matex Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
Well, another beautiful evening across Central Illinois. We're looking in Danville right now on the Roofing Dog INET Flooring America camera. It is actually down to 58 degrees in Danville. Another night with these clearing skies, allowing for the temperatures to fall off down to those mid-50s. Now, we're still holding on to 60 in Champaign. It's 59 in Effingham and a little warmer in Springfield at 63 degrees. Commute forecast. Tomorrow, we're looking at plenty of sunshine, all green, mid-50s to start. We're talking about another beautiful day with lots of sunshine and a high around 75. Well, things are about to change, though. The heat, the humidity returning along with rain. I'll show you when to expect all of that when we come back. WCIA3 News starts right now.
Now, from WCIA3 News.
I'm being forced to return to a building where germs and diseases thrive.
And that's prompted at least one teacher to do something drastic before going back to the classroom. Plus, Springfield Schools has a dress code when students return to class in a few weeks. What kids won't be allowed to wear while learning from home. And there are guidelines in place for high school athletes to play safely this fall, but it won't matter at one school district.
You're watching your local news leader. This is WCIA3 News at 10.
Please do not ask me to choose between my life and my job.
That's the plea Urbana's school board is hearing from teacher after teacher. Good evening, I'm Paul Cicchini. Board members read dozens of letters from concerned staff and parents at last night's board meeting about allowing in-person learning this fall. One says she's coming to terms with a frightening question. What happens if she dies? WCIA3's Jen Lask shares her story.
Dear USD board members.
As a high school English teacher, Kim Summers knows the impact words can have. That's why Summers, who describes herself as an introvert, is writing and writing, hoping district leaders listen.
And it was hard. It was difficult to write. Unfortunately, we're in the situation where we have to write it. Our administrative team is doing a really great job under the circumstances, trying to come up with a plan. That doesn't mean we have to accept it, though.
She's scared of what could happen if she's exposed to COVID-19 in the classroom.
My partner is also in education, and we have a 19-year-old son.
And she wants the district to know that while she would normally be updating curriculum and finalizing her lesson plans at this point in the summer, she's doing this.
I am currently working with a lawyer to update my will and make sure all my personal affairs are in order, since I am being forced to return to a building where germs and diseases thrive.
Summers says each year she tells her students about a question she faced when she was working toward her Master of Education 10 years ago. Was she willing to die for her students? It was in response to the rise in school shootings. Summers told the board she shares this story with her students every year.
I promise them that I will do everything I can to keep them safe, and this is not a promise I take lightly. However, I cannot make this promise to them this year because I know that I cannot protect them or myself from COVID-19.
And if every essay has a thesis, this one is hers.
Until the new number of COVID-19 cases is 0 for 14 consecutive days, in-person instruction puts our students and our teachers in danger. We all want what's best for our students, and in the current situation, remote learning is it.
In Urbana, Jen Lask, WCIA3, your local news leader.
We've shared her full letter online. Summers says she knows other teachers who are updating their wills. The National Education Association says they are not alone. In Florida, where cases have been surging, a law firm in St. Petersburg is offering teachers free living wills. Urbana superintendent is recommending the district start the fall semester fully remote. Dr. Jennifer Ivory Tatum said at the board meeting she wants the district to start remote learning August 24th. Students would stay remote through Labor Day weekend. The district would keep an eye out for a spike in cases over the holiday. At the earliest, the district would let students who choose the hybrid format return to in-person learning Tuesday, September 8th. Before her presentation, the board voted to delay approving a reopening resolution. The district has also started talks with the Urbana Park District to create off-site learning centers for hybrid learning. The facilities could be at Phillips Recreation Center, Anita Purvis Nature Center, and Brookins Gym, but they wouldn't be available while the school district is fully remote. The Park District plans to vote on the idea either this month or next. The Champaign School District will have all students remote learning for the first quarter of the school year. Superintendent Susan Zola says the health, wellness, and safety of our community is one of our top priorities, especially now. She says the district will continue to assess the situation, and by the end of September, we'll make another decision about whether to continue distance learning for the second quarter, which begins in October. We contacted the teachers union to ask their thoughts about this. They said they're not prepared to comment tonight. The Springfield School District laid out a dress code for students who are doing remote learning. There's one specific rule that has made some parents upset. WCIA3's Jennifer Jensen has more on this.
The Springfield School District handbook says that kids can't wear pajamas while doing online classes from home. But some parents are angry, saying that the district shouldn't be telling them what they can't do in their own homes.
I made the decision for my kids to be at home, and it's my house. I don't really see how any district can come in and say what my kid can't wear in my house. I don't feel like they have any right to say what happens in my house. I think they have enough to worry about as opposed to what the kids are wearing. They need to make sure they're getting educated.
This is the strong opinion many parents shared when they learned about the school district's decision to implement this rule. Another parent commented online saying they get good grades, so worry about teaching, not clothes. As long as they are covered up, who cares? But other parents supported the district online, saying it makes sense. It's just a little bit of respect to show up clean and ready for class. The Springfield Education Association president also had something to say about it.
In truth, the whole pajama thing is really at the bottom of our priority scale when it comes to public education.
Aaron Graves says the teachers have more important things to focus on, like making sure the students get a comprehensive education during the pandemic.
We want to see kids coming to the table of education, whether it's, your kitchen table with the laptop there or whether it's actual the brick and mortar schoolhouse. Raising the bar for all kids and helping them get there, whether they're in their pajamas or a tuxedo is really what's important.
When asked how the district administration plans to enforce this, they replied with a statement saying in part, quote, generally speaking, there are no definitive one-to-one consequences outlined in our handbook for any disciplinary reason. Incidents of misconduct and subsequent consequences are treated on an individual basis. Reporting, I'm Jennifer Jensen, WCIA3, your local news leader.
The school district referenced the disciplinary code in the student handbook. For more specific information about that, you can visit WCIA.com. The Decatur School District is also going to remote learning. Because of that, it's canceling sports until kids are back in classrooms. District leaders say it doesn't make sense to play without meeting for class, even though the IHSA says they could have. Right now, virtual learning is going through the end of the first quarter, October 9th. The athletic director knows they made the right decision, but it doesn't make it any easier on coaches, athletes, or himself.
For a lot of them, this is going to be it. And so when you talk with those kids, when you see them and you have those conversations, it just really breaks your heart.
He says Decatur is the only district he's aware of that's decided to cancel sports until they're back in classrooms. There is some room for hope, though, if Decatur returns to the classroom for the second quarter. There's a small window where some high school sports could play some games and matches, which still could mean hitting the playing field for Decatur seniors. News tonight at 10, the Danville School District adjusted its reopening plans to better fit guidelines from the State Board of Education. If parents choose to send their kids for in-class instruction, kindergarten through 4th grade will be half days every day. Half will go to class from 8 to 11. The others will go from noon to 3. Grades 5 through 12 will be entirely remote. Pre-K has been suspended outside of special education. We have more details on the plan at WCIA.com. Most classes at Illinois State University will be online only when the fall semester begins later this month. That's because the government reallocated COVID-19 testing kits the university was supposed to receive. President Larry Dietz said in an email to students and faculty, ISU will not get some testing equipment and supplies that were expected before classes start. The U.S. Department of Health and Human Services sent them to other agencies. The news comes less than a month after the university announced its original return to class plan. It included a mix of online, in-person, and hybrid classes. Not one county in central Illinois is hitting all 8 of the state's warning metrics. That's a good thing. That would move a county back to phase 3 of the governor's reopening plan. But some areas are hitting one of them. New cases per 100,000 people. That includes the counties of Champaign, Coles, and Douglas, among others. You can read the full list of counties that meet a warning for that metric at our website, WCIA.com. As for today's numbers, the state is reporting more than 1,700 new cases. There are now 186,000 infections total in Illinois. 30 more people have died for a total of almost 7,600 COVID-related deaths. An Illinois congressman has tested positive for COVID-19. Rodney Davis was tested this morning. He said he decided to get one after spiking a minor fever. His wife also took a test. Hers was negative. Davis says he'll work virtually until he receives a negative test. A man in Westville is searching for answers after his shop was broken into. It's on Georgetown Road in Westville. That's right by the old McMillan School. He's worked out of that location for nearly 50 years, making metal products for skid steer loaders. When he got there Saturday, the door was ripped off and thousands of dollars worth of equipment was gone.
Somehow they tied onto this metal door, tied 4 bolts to the top in metal, 4 bolts in the bottom in concrete, and yanked it out of the wall. Just to replace what I need to do the job will cost me several thousands of dollars.
His shop's been targeted in the past. He says he's been burglarized once before, and several years ago, a tornado damaged much of his equipment. New at 10, authorities are searching for a missing teenager in Springfield. 18-year-old Alicia Danner was last seen August 2nd near her home on Stanhope Road. She's about 5'3", weighs 130 pounds, and has dark brown hair and brown eyes. Danner was barefoot when she left and had a teal blue tank top and blue floral pajama shorts. She's considered endangered. If you have any information about her, you're asked to contact Springfield Police. We're far away from any hurricane damage, but some are on their way to help those who were hit. Plus, it's a push for clean energy jobs, why some say it's also a way to fight corruption in Springfield. And Illinois football just got their marching orders, what their season is going to look like.